In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 MLB games happening on June 24, 2022. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets. As we provide these videos on a daily basis, I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 MLB games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Baltimore Orioles versus Chicago White Sox. The Baltimore Orioles take on the Chicago White Sox in the first of a 3-game American League series on Friday evening. The Orioles will give the nod to Kyle Bradish. The White Sox will reply with Michael Kopech. The White Sox went 7-0 against the Orioles last season. The Orioles are 32-65 in their last 97 versus American League Central and are 29-60 in their last 89 Friday games. The Orioles are also 9-19 in their last 28 road games versus a team with a losing record. The White Sox are 4-1 in their last 5 versus American League East and are 13-4 in their last 17 during Game 2 of a series. The White Sox are also 6-2 in their last 8 games versus a right-handed starter. Baltimore has struggled against Chicago. The Orioles have lost each of the last 5 games played in Chicago and each of the last 8 overall against the White Sox. Chicago has won 4 of the last 5 when playing against a team from the American League East. Baltimore Orioles starter Kyle Bradish has been hit hard in each of the last 2 starts, allowing 20 hits and 11 runs in only 8 2/3 innings. Baltimore lost each of those 2 games to Toronto and Tampa Bay. Chicago starting pitcher Michael Kopech has not allowed an earned run in 2 of the last 3 starts, and over that span has given up 8 hits and 4 earned runs in 11 2/3 innings. Bradish has certainly had his ups and downs lately. In his last 2 starts combined, Bradish has 11 earned on 20 hits and 2 walks in 8.2 frames. As for Kopech, he's coming off something of a sketchy outing himself, with 4 earned on 7 hits and a walk over 5 innings during a loss to Houston. If Kopech can get back to form and post a quality start here, the Sox should be set up pretty well. So the Chicago White Sox money line is our full game side pick. The Orioles can hit. They have averaged 4.9 runs in their last 10 games. Kopech will contain them, however the right-hander has only pitched more than 5 innings in 1 out of his last 4 starts, and the Chicago bullpen ranks 22nd overall. In addition, the Chicago bats are clicking. They have now registered 5 or more runs in 8 out of their last 10 bouts. Bradish has posted a horrible 9 ER on the road. The over is also 5-1 in the White Sox's last 7 games. As mentioned earlier, Baltimore starter Kyle Bradish has given up 11 runs in the last 2 starts over a period of just 8 2/3 innings, and the total has finished over in each of the right-hander's last 5 starts. The total has also finished over in each of the last 6 games that Baltimore has played on the road, as well as in 10 of the last 15 when the Orioles play against a team with a losing record. The White Sox have seen the total finish over in each of the last 7 at home, as well as in 18 of the last 26 overall. I expect a barrage of runs. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Chicago Cubs versus St. Louis Cardinals. The Chicago Cubs face the St. Louis Cardinals to start the weekend, with both teams on opposite ends of the standings midway through the season. The Cubs have a 26-44 record, and with only 3 wins in their last 10 games, have the second worst record in the National League Central Division, while the Cardinals have a 40-32 record and are tied for first place in the division. For the upcoming game, the Cubs will turn to Kyle Hendricks as their starting pitcher, who hopes to bounce back after allowing 6 runs in his previous start, while the Cardinals will turn to Andre Pallante to start the game. The Cubs are 1-8 in their last 9 road games and 8-20 in their last 28 overall. The Cardinals are 8-2 in their last 10 home games and 16-5 in their last 21 Friday games. The over is 4-1 in Cubs' last 5 road games. The over is 8-3-1 in Cardinals' last 12 overall. The Cubs are 4-10 in the last 14 meetings. Kyle Hendricks hasn't been good this season, but he's had great career success against the Cardinals, so there's some value to the road dog here. With that said, the Cubs' lack of consistent offense is a concern, especially on the road. Andre Pallante is also off to a fabulous start to his career, and that includes allowing 30 hits and 7 runs in his last 32.2 innings. The Cardinals, who have scored 15 runs in the last 3 games, should pile on the runs with Paul Goldschmidt. Nolan Arenado, and the rest of the lineup making contact early and often against Kyle Hendricks and the rest of the pitching staff to constantly drive in runs. The Cardinals should also limit a Cubs lineup that is scoring only 4.22 runs, with Andre Pallante pitching multiple scoreless innings to allow the bullpen to comfortably close out the game. The Cubs are looking to rebound from a rough series and pull off the upset and provide great odds in the process as road underdogs. The problem is that the Cardinals are having a great season and look to overwhelm the Cubs from the first inning, so the St. Louis Cardinals money line is our full game side pick. The Pittsburgh Pirates just had their way with the Cubs in the previous series. Don't think for 1 second the Cardinals are going to suddenly disappear in the wind in this matchup. From top to bottom, the pitching has been a struggle for the Cubs. Kyle Hendricks certainly won't be able to save them from getting hammered by a Cardinals team slashing .254, .322, and .404 on the season. Andre Pallante is having a strong rookie season, making it easy to think that the upcoming game will be a low-scoring one. However, the Cardinals have one of the best lineups in the game, and both teams look to step up and pile on the runs throughout the game. The Cubs look to build off a 7-run game and pile on the runs with Wilson Contreras, Ian Happ, and the rest of the lineup making hard contact and driving in runs. The Cardinals, who average 4.82 runs per game, should run up the score with Paul Goldschmidt, Nolan Arenado, Tommy Edman, and the rest of the lineup swinging for the fences and powering the ball off of Kyle Hendricks and the rest of the Cubs pitchers to constantly play base runners. The Cubs' 32-year-old starter won't be able to stave off the hungry bats of St. Louis to keep things low-scoring in this game. I'm rolling with the over in another strong offensive showing from the Cardinals. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Seattle Mariners versus Los Angeles Angels. This will be the first of 3 games against one another in an American League West as the Seattle Mariners and the Los Angeles Angels square off in Angel Stadium. Seattle is sending righty Chris Flexen to the mound and is coming off a no decision against these same Seattle Mariners as he went 5.1 innings and allowed 2 runs on 6 hits with 2 walks and 5 strikeouts. The Angels are sending right-hander Michael Lorenzen to pitch and is coming off a losing effort against these Seattle Mariners as he went 5 innings and gave up 7 runs on 7 hits with a hit by pitch, 3 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Seattle is 5-1 in their last 6 road games and 4-1 in their last 5 road games against a right-handed starter, while the under is 8-3 in their last 11 games overall. Los Angeles is 4-1 in their last 5 division games and 7-21 in their last 28 games overall, while the under is 5-1 in their last 6 games against a team with a losing record. The Mariners and Angels are beginning this series in very different situations. The Angels were able to end their series with a shutout win over the Royals off the back of a dominant performance from Shohei Ohtani. That was back on Wednesday, providing the Angels with a rest day on Thursday. Meanwhile, the Mariners had to finish their series with the A's yesterday. Although it's not a far trip from Oakland, the Angels have still been hanging out in Los Angeles all week. These teams also just met last weekend, with the Angels taking 3 of the 4 games. While each of the starters in Friday's game lost their respective starts last weekend, this series looks set to begin with a win for the home team. Neither Chris Flexen nor Michael Lorenzen impressed in their previous starts, but Lorenzen has been the more consistent pitcher this season. He's still 6-4 on the year and took down the league's highest scoring team in the Mets in his start prior to last weekend. Meanwhile, Flexen is 2-8 this year and hasn't gotten a win in nearly a month, and there's not much to be excited about with the Mariners starter either. None of his expected numbers indicate improvement, and his low strikeout rate is not optimal, as that is the way to attack this Angels lineup. Lorenzen, at least, has a better 3.49 expected ERA than his 4.15 actual ERA. Neither of these teams boast an impressive bullpen, which makes the rest day for Los Angeles all the more important. Seattle may have won their series against the A's, but shifting back to a much more potent lineup will be a far greater challenge than Oakland. So the Los Angeles Angels money line is our full game side pick. Having tape on the opposing pitcher swings the momentum to the hitters as they have a better idea of what to expect. This is the second consecutive start for both Flexen and Lorenzen facing these lineups, so that will be interesting. These bullpens have been struggling a bit as the Mariners are 16th in the majors with a 4.04 bullpen ERA, while the Angels are right behind them at 17th in baseball with a 4.08 reliever ERA thus far. The Angels have allowed at least 5 runs in the last 4 games started by Lorenzen, and the Mariners have allowed at least 4 runs in the last 5 road games started by Chris Flexen. The bullpens on both sides are just average, and the over has cashed in the 7 times out of the last 8 times these two teams have met in Los Angeles. With 7.4 miles per hour wind in the forecast blowing straight out to center field, This one winds up being a high-scoring affair. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.